agreed, at least tentatively, in principle, to pay all of the past legal bills you've incurred thus far. I plan to send all those out. I do need to take out of those bills the legal work that was done for your relationship with selected. In other words, the opinion letters and whatnot are not properly charged to select that you'd have to reimburse, but I can do that with a spreadsheet and send those along. Hopefully they won't object to them. I don't think that there are amounts that would cause them to have some great connection. The firm they've assigned to defend it is Sokoloff and Stern out of Westbury, Long Island. They're very good. They do this work routinely, so I have no reservations. And technically, because there are what are called covered causes of action and uncovered causes of action, you could probably put up a further fight and insist to have counsel of your own choosing. I don't think it's necessary here, and that, frankly, it's a fight I'd like to have because I could stay in, but that's okay. I think you'd be in good hands with Sokoloff and Stern, and I've worked with them on other matters, and it would be easy to work with them now.
No,
So,
congratulations.
Yes, that was very good news.
Well done, Michael.
And congratulations.
The good news
Because
is, the bottom line is,
you did it.
they
We're
paid
covered.
lawyers. They
We're
paid
covered,
lawyers.
and that's a large plus
We're
for you.
covered.
Yes.
To you,
As we should have been. You did a good job.
yeah, but you did right. You did a very good job. Thank you very much. That's
Well, the intent was not to draw the line in the sand and force them to come close, but to write a friendly letter, and they took it in that spirit. And I had a
Yeah.
good conversation with the guy that MacDonald, so it went well.
yeah. I was over at Dickinson meeting today, and Brian told me that. All right.
Excellent.
Thank you very much, Stu.
Okay.
Donald, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I hope so. I'd like to
2-minute
go
break.
in for the record.
Sewer services to these developers that are in the town. What we have done, we talked to Art Tully, our engineer, and he's going to give us the build out of what would be left in the village, what we would have to reserve for anything that would happen in the village. We think it's, well, we're going back and forth with how small it is, how big it is, but anyway, it would be good to know that, and we know what our capacity is, what any future build out would be, and then we would have what capacity we would be left to new developments.
Right.
We think it's, well, let me not say we, let me say I think it's would cover all your developments as far as the build out we're concerned, because there isn't really that much left in the village, as everybody knows. So, as I stated before, because I just want to say my own opinion, is that we would like to bring you in as sewer customers. We feel it would be mutually beneficial to the village. We have the capacity. It would be easier for you than trying to build a regional plant. And coincidentally, another developer, I don't know whether over in the Handler area, got a letter from DEC saying, don't build a regional plant, come into Goshen's plant. So, but I don't know whether that development might be by the boards or whatever, and it doesn't involve you, but it was just a thing that the DEC said, because it just kind of makes no sense. We got one, we got the capacity, we want to bring you in, we want to work it out, and we have to come up with ways to work it out, whether it's through the town or whether it's directly. Saying that, does anybody on the board want to add anything?
Just echoing the point you just made, I fully agree. We have the capacity. We need to bring on more customers. That's it. I'd personally like to hear just estimates on how much flow each community would be looking for, just for capacity reasons. But whatever that is, based on the number of units, I know that developments are going to contain. It's not going to be any flow that's prohibited by any means, because we do have a good amount of capacity. That's all I wanted to.
Well, I think all I want to say in regard to that is I look forward to hearing all of your presentations.
Well, it's really nothing new from us. We've been here. I was supposed to introduce Michael Walker. Michael Walker is one of the principals of the Heritage Development that's located on Old Chester Road. And the gentleman here, this is Albert and Dan Feeney, both local boys. The Feeneys have owned Lone Oak, which is really section C and D of the original Arcadia Hills, for too long, right?
Yes.
Too long. And as we stated very early on in our initial presentations, probably close to whenever you were elected, we feel that coming to the village is the right thing. There's an economy of scale there. You've built the plant. It's financed. It's there. I live in the village, I own properties in the village, you know, I would love to see our rates go down as well. You know, these gentlemen are pursuing approvals. Mike, or the Heritage has preliminary approval. We've been at the DEC now since a year ago, November. We've made our joint application to them. We're hoping to get our application deemed complete, which is the first step in them issuing permits. We'll have a public comment period, and then they're obligated to act after the closing event. You know, one of the things that we are pursuing those applications with an on-site plant, treatment plant. We're applying for a draft speedies permit. We've done all the science work associated with that. That's the WAC analysis. That's been submitted and reviewed by the DEC. They've set preliminary parameters for treatment. You know, our initial plan back to them incorporates that in the design. But we're really just, you know, we would like to discontinue that effort because we're essentially, if we're successful with making a deal with the village, we're wasting money.
Yeah.
And we're wasting time. So, I mean, I think I don't think that helps anybody. Well, maybe me a little bit, but, and then,
Well,
Not ultimately.
there's one thing I want to say right off the bat that's been put on the table here, and that is that to the extent we have to deal with the town. Well, in some of these situations, we don't have to deal with the town at all.
right.
And I'll make that clear.
And Jim's here to talk, I've asked him to come to talk about that a little bit, but I'll just, you know, give you the, and so you're correct, Mal. The Heritage is not in a sewer district. We petitioned the town quite some time ago to form a sewer and water district. They sort of put that on hold with the recent developments and discussions with the village. We're hoping, and they've indicated to us that will sometime come to a conclusion shortly. I don't know what that means, but that's what we're told. Lone Oak and the Feeneys, they're, like I said, they're they were originally part of the Arcadia Hills development. They're in the sewer and water districts at Arcadia. And Jim's going to talk about it a little bit, and Dave may even mention it, you guys probably already know, is that, you know, Arcadia is already overbuilt based on the original agreement that you guys have with them. Jim has the numbers. But, so we couldn't get service from them anyway, so that's an issue that we'll have to deal with. And we're prepared to deal with it. You know, we want to move ahead. Again, we're also pursuing an on-site plant. We know that doesn't make sense. There's a lot of opportunities there to benefit both the landowner, the residents, and even town residents for that matter. So that's sort of my spiel.
From a legal standpoint, the two projects are somewhat different, but the end result is the same. The Heritage project can move ahead directly with the village. It does not need any relationship with the town at all, and enter into an agreement under the Transportation Corporation's law directly. And the village has the power, neither Dave nor Mike are here, but the village has the power to sell surplus capacity. It's clear as a bell to a Transportation Corporation. So that's a direct relationship. In terms of the Feeney property, it was originally incorporated into the district, the Arcadia district, a long time ago, 68, 69. But through the two series of contracts that you folks struck out, or the people before you struck with the town, the vacant land, which is the Lone Oak project, is isolated from service under the service contract with the village, with the town, between the town and the village. And what we'll do is we will ask the town to secede effectively, that's a layman's word, to withdraw from that district. And then we will be in the same position, or the Feeney project will be in the same position as the Heritage project, and it'll be a direct relationship with the village, a contractual relationship. So there's an extra hitch in there, but the bottom line, the end result is the same.
What do you need from us?
We'd love to walk out of here tonight with a nice written contract and so forth, letter of intent, something along that line, something that's in writing, so when the earthquake hits and you folks are somewhere else, somebody will remember.
That's what we said, or I had said all along. I wanted, you know, things. I know how things take time, but if the board, if that is the will of the board, I think it is, then we will give you something that says that.